Now, what I have written is absolutely forbidden according to logic for a victim of racism who is a prisoner of war of the racists to call a suspected racist a racist. Because all you can do is suspect. You can't prove anything. And anybody who has tried it, and I'm going to say this is very important, any black person who thinks that he or she can themselves, with no help from another white person, because that's what you're going to need, prove that any white person on this planet is a racist. Anybody who has tried it has found that out. And anybody who wants to find it out, try it and see how far you get. If I'm going to give an example. If I pointed out Mr. Donald Trump as being a racist, all Mr. Donald Trump has to say is, "Oh, you call me a racist? Prove it." That's all he's got to say. Prove it. 2 words. Now, you know what I've got to do? I better go and get me a white person to back me up. Because under the system of white supremacy, no non-white person can prove on his or her own that racism even exists. You got nobody to prove it by that's got any power to prove it at all. The people that you go to get to prove it are not going to have any power. And if you don't believe it, do it. That's what I'm saying. If you don't believe it, do it. Try it. Try that. Many people haven't even thought about that. But in a system of white supremacy, if you are black, brown, red, yellow, if you're a person of color, and you call somebody a racist, it will not stand up at all. Your charge will not stand up at all under the system of white supremacy unless you go and get a white person to verify your charge. No black person can prove the existence of racism in the system of white supremacy. None. Right. Nowhere on the planet. You can't prove it because you don't have anybody to back you up. See, it takes muscle to back that up. And only the white supremacists on this planet, on racial matters, have that kind of muscle. It's a criminal operation, and just like the Corleones, they're the only game in town, like in the movie Godfather. In other words, you wiped out all opposition. So only you got complete control of the prison now. All right? Everything else is falling by the wayside. So that they are made beggars. See, I can beg for a white person, come and help me prove that Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so or Captain So-and-so is a racist. Sir, if you will. And if that white person says, "I'm not doing that," because I say that the person is not a racist. I got nobody else to run to. If I run to a black person, that black person is going to have to go and run to a white person. I'm saying if you don't believe this, try it. Anywhere on this planet. That proves the existence of white supremacy itself in the minds of those who follow logic.